Hello guys, how are you? So today we're going to talk about tip 1. I have posted a video earlier about 3 tips to help you to be a more positive manager. So the tip 1 is inclusion over instruction. How can you involve your team more? I understand that there are many different levels on how you can involve your team. That depends on the department, that depends on where you work, which company, how your company works overall, and it also depends on your level of seniority and their level. But in general, when you're working on a project, it's very important that you involve your team as soon as you can. That doesn't mean the very beginning, because sometimes you will not be able to do that. But if you can involve them from the very beginning, that's going to be great. Sometimes you have projects where you can actually involve them on how things are going to be done, when they're going to be done, or what is going to be done. Most of the times in a lot of departments that's not possible. But still, it's very important for you to explain what that project is for and not only what it is. Even if they're not going to be the users and that's not going to affect their day-to-day life, it's important for them to understand what that's going to affect, who it is going to affect. Is it just the customer? Is it another user, another department? That's very common for tech teams. They will usually do lots of changes, lots of projects, but they are not going to be the users of that change, of the system itself, of the project overall, the outcome of the project. So it's important that you involve them and make them understand, and also involve, in this case, collaboration is going to be very important, involve the users, the team that's going to actually use the product, the service, the system. I think it's very, very common for people not to involve the end user, especially when it's internal. So obviously when it's your customer, you can do focus groups, you can do lots of different things. But when it's your internal team, very often, unfortunately, people don't involve the teams that are going to actually use the system. That's also important. Obviously, in this channel, we're talking more about how you can involve your team, how you can manage your team better. But it's also about how you can manage projects better overall. And projects you can manage much better if you have more collaboration. I understand that there has to be a balance between collaboration and time spent in the project. A lot of people think that some meetings or certain involvement of certain teams will waste time of the project. And that's right sometimes, but you need to see how much and of involvement is needed, because you also don't want the project to be all done, delivered, and for the user not to be happy at all, and you have to roll back, or you have to redo the whole project, or the team is actually left with the project, with the system, with the process that's actually not going to be good for them. It's going to make their life harder. So it's very important for the involvement of different teams. But if we're talking about your team, and if they can give their ideas, that's not going to only make your project better and the outcome better, but it's also going to make them feel better, which makes it much easier to manage the project itself, and it makes them be happier, which in the end is actually better for everyone. So that's tip 1. Send me your questions, put your questions on the comments. How do you think your team can get involved? How much you can involve your team? Do you like how you involve your team? Do you think you can do better on that? Do you think it's even needed? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's good for the business? Do you think it's good for the team? What do you think? Put it on the comments and I'm gonna have a look. And if you have any questions, you can put it there as well and I'll answer them. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. The next video will be about tip 2. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you.